1. NCAA Division 1 Football Bowl Subdivision FBS. This is the pasture where only real GOATs graze. Not that goat, I mean the greatest of all time in college football. It's the highest level of NCAA football. I'm talking about the Crimson Tide, the Bulldogs, the Wolverines, the Buckeyes, the Longhorns, the programs that carry that unmistakable college football aura. These programs have massive budgets, national TV contracts, NFL-ready facilities, and student sections bigger than some entire colleges. The stadiums look like cities, the coaches make millions, and game days feel like national holidays. The bowl subdivision name comes from the tradition of bowl games like the Rose Bowl, Sugar Bowl. The College Football Playoff, CFP, is the modern system that decides the national champion, where the top 12 teams in the country are selected to battle it out in a playoff bracket. Instead of one giant NCAA run tournament, FBS schools earn their way into these high-profile postseason matchups that determine rankings, bragging rights, and billions in sponsorship money. Every player here is a full-ride athlete. Each team can offer up to 85 full scholarships, allowing them to recruit the best high school talent in the country, often players scouted since middle school. This creates deep, star-studded rosters and fuels the power dynamics of the sport. In comparison, the FCS, Football Championship Subdivision, level allows only 63 scholarships, which can be split among players. Usually, FBS players make up the vast majority of the players picked in the NFL draft. Right now, in FBS, there are 10 conferences, but people don't talk about them all the same way. Because the Pac-12 collapsed and realignment pushed most of its brands into other leagues, the sport basically settled into two clear buckets: the Power Four, the big dogs. These are the leagues with the biggest brands, biggest TV money, and the best path to the college football playoff, which consist of Section Big 10, Big 12, ACC. Then the other bucket is the Group of Five, still FBS, just less money, American Conference, Mountain West, Sun Belt, Mid-American Conference, MAC, and Conference USA, CUSA. These five make up the Group of Five. They send champions into the CFP under the 5+7 format, 5 highest-ranked champs plus 7 at large, so at least one G5 champ gets in. Usually have smaller budgets, stadiums, and media deals than the Power Four. 2. NCAA Division 1 Football Championship Subdivision, FCS. Just one step down, but don't underestimate this level. It's the Football Championship Subdivision, but still Division 1, which means elite athletes, packed stadiums, and fierce rivalries. The big difference from FBS is the scholarships and structure. While FBS teams have 85 full scholarships, FCS teams only get 63, and they're allowed to split them into partial scholarships. That means a linebacker might get 70% of his tuition covered, while a kicker gets 20%. It's a puzzle of talent and budget. Division 1 was subdivided in the 1970s due to significant differences in resources and competitiveness among its football programs. This was so as to provide smaller schools with a fair opportunity to compete on a more level playing field while still remaining in Division 1 for all other sports. Another difference the FCS has from the FBS: it always has a full bracket-style 24-team playoff for years, way before the FBS ever figured it out. While FBS is just now catching up with a 12-team system, the FCS has always let the champion be decided on the field, not just in a boardroom. Starting in late November and running through December, with the final in early January, 24 teams in the FCS battle in a real bracket-style tournament, and it's electric. Schools like the Bison, North Dakota State Bison, and the Jackrabbits, South Dakota State Jackrabbits dominate this level. In fact, the Bisons have won 10 national titles at the FCS level between 2011 and 2024. The Jackrabbits captured back-to-back championships in 2023 and 2024, finishing the 2023 season 15-0. Third, NCAA Division 2. Division 2 is one of the 3 competitive levels within the NCAA. This is the heart of college football's balance, where scholarships support dreams, academics stay center stage, and the community rallies around every game. Division 2 schools are usually medium-sized colleges that try to keep a balance between sports and academics. They usually have smaller athletic budgets and enrollments compared to top-tier Division Division I programs, but the play is still impressive. Many of the athletes were all-state stars in high school who simply didn't land that one big Division I offer. Instead of the up to 85 full football scholarships offered at the highest Division level, Division II programs are limited to up to 36 equivalency scholarships in football. That means coaches can divide those awards among many players, some receiving full rides, others partial aid, and several walk-ons. It's a world of scholarships, part-time jobs, class loads, and football dreams. The culture feels personal. The stands may hold 5,000 instead of 100,000, but everyone knows someone. Coaches often teach courses, players sign autographs for local kids after games, and campus life intertwines with football more closely. The competition remains fierce though. Schools such as the Ferris State Bulldogs and the Valdosta State Blazers regularly battle for national championships and have sent athletes into professional leagues. And yes, you've got a real playoff system too here. For example, in 2024, there was a 28-team single elimination bracket, and beginning in 2025, that field expanded to 32 teams. 4. NCAA Division III. Division III is the largest division of the NCAA by number of institutions and student athletes. More than 430 schools and over 200,000 student athletes. The bummer in this division is there's no athletic scholarships at all. That's right, nobody is on a football scholarship. Players compete purely because they love the game. Division III schools focus on education first. Football is important, but it's part of a bigger college experience. Students might major in engineering, intern during the week, and play linebacker on Saturdays. And don't be fooled, the games can still be intense. Programs like Mount Union, Mary Hardin-Baylor, and Wisconsin Whitewater are national powerhouses. Mount Union alone has won 13 national titles since the 1990s, and they run their program like a well-oiled machine. 5. National Association of Intercollegiate Athletics, NAIA. Now we step outside the NCAA entirely. The NAIA is a separate governing body. Think of it as a parallel universe to the NCCA, largely made up of smaller private colleges. These schools compete hard but operate under somewhat different rules. They can offer football scholarships. For example, an NAIA program might have up to 24 equivalency football scholarships, though not at the scale of the largest NCAA Division I programs. Instead, many NAIA schools fill out aid packages with academic or need-based assistance. The level of competition is often viewed as comparable to upper NCAA Division III or lower Division II. Programs like the Morningside Mustangs, Lindsey Wilson Blue Raiders, and Grandview Vikings have been very successful in NAIA football, producing thrilling national championship performances. The NAIA is perfect for student athletes who want a smaller campus environment, authentic playing time opportunities, and a chance to extend their football journey without being drowned in the scale and bureaucracy of the largest NCAA programs. Fun fact, in 1953, the NAIA became the first collegiate athletics association to invite historically black colleges and universities into membership, long before the NCAA followed suit. So while it's smaller, it's been a quiet pioneer in college sports. 6. National Junior College Athletic Association, NJCAA. This is where the grind begins. Junior colleges, or JUCOS, are two-year institutions where players go to prove themselves. Some didn't qualify academically for a four-year school. Others were overlooked, rehabbing from injury, or using this as a reset. Despite the modest surroundings, JUCO football is highly competitive. Many players were once high school stars, or even former Division I athletes who hit setbacks, injury, grades, discipline, so they go back to JUCO for a comeback. The JUCO level is full of athletes trying to prove they still belong, often playing with grit and a chip on their shoulder, chasing that second chance which makes the games fierce, emotional, and unpredictable. In Netflix's Last Chance U, this docu-series profiled several junior college JUCO football programs under the NJCAA, like East Mississippi Community College, EMCC, known for high talent and intense coaching, and Independence Community College, Kansas. After 2 years at a JUCO, players can transfer to NCAA Division I, II, NAIA, or other schools. With recruiting exposure, academic credits, and performance on the field as their ticket. And some big-name NFL stars began here. Cam Newton played at Blinn College, Aaron Rodgers at Butte Community College. In short, this is where the dreamers grind until someone takes notice. 7. Club football, sprint football, and independent programs. Finally, here's the level that often flies under the radar, but deserves respect. Beneath the major associations, you'll find club teams, independent programs, and sprint football leagues. Club football means the team is entirely student-run, no athletic department scholarship fund, often minimal school funding, and often the players pitch in. Helmets, coordinating travel, organizing games. Sprint football is wild. Same sport, almost the same rules, but with a weight limit, typically 178 pounds, to spotlight speed and agility over size. It's played at schools like the U.S. Military Academy, Army, U.S. Naval Academy, Navy, Cornell, and others. Then there are the independent programs, schools whose football teams aren't embedded in a major conference or whose club teams schedule games outside standard divisions. Some do it for tradition, others so students still get a chance to compete. At this level, fame and big money are rare, but the passion off the charts.